happening? What's popping? What's going on, my people? Welcome back to another great episode of Simone with the Sports. It's time Simone bringing you guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here, you haven't already subscribed to this channel yet, stop what you're doing, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you turn your notification bells because you already know the videos coming like boom, 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 boom. You don't want to miss a single video or a single live stream because we're going to be going live from the gutted out. Yeah. Real soon, guys. Also, make sure you check out the links down below. The first link is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel that you love so much. You know what I'm saying? Today I'm drinking out my Philly special because I'm feeling special. And yes, it's green tea. It's not coffee, but you know. Buy me that down below. The second link is to shop the official Simone the Sports merch collection. Get your Simone the Sports wavy tee or the classic tee if you're a classic girl or a classic guy. And lastly, subscribe to our podcast, Tough Calls, where me and Dylan have some of your favorite sports analysts, reporters, former and current athletes. Chop it up with us on the pod. Guys, sorry my voice. Sorry my voice, y'all. It was a long Memorial Day weekend, if you know what it seems. So my voice a little down, a little shot. But guys, also for my Eagles peeps, we're going to get back to that Eagles news tomorrow. But Sixers, we got a lot to talk about, buddies. We got a lot to talk about, okay? So Joel Embiid, it's now been reported that Joel Embiid is out for Game 5, and he is day-to-day with his knee injury. They're saying it's not too serious. It was a torn meniscus, a minor tear in his knee, and they're saying that he is day-to-day. Now, I'm not concerned at all about the Wizards versus the Sixers. Sixers handle that business, period. Don't play with us. I'm concerned about Joel Embiid not being 100% for the rest of the playoffs because we know Joel Embiid is a guy who battles injuries a lot, and it's just some guys are just dealt that negative card. It's nothing that they're doing. You can look at Anthony Davis right now. Anthony Davis just hasn't been able to stay healthy this season. Joel Embiid is a guy who's always battling injury. You hate to see it, especially with big men. It's harder for them to come back healthy because, like I said, their bodies and their knees weren't built for all that heavy weight, jumping up and down and doing all that dominant athletic movements that guys like Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis make. Their knees weren't built for that. They weren't built for having all that weight pounding on those knees. So we're going to talk a little bit about the reason why I'm worried about Joel Embiid not playing. I'm not worried about him not playing against the Wizards. Tighten up, Sixers. We have the talent to beat the Wizards. I'm worried about Joel Embiid not playing in the series against the Hawks, in the series against the Bucks, and beyond. Even the Nets, because obviously the Nets are a team that we believe we can dominate with the defense. But if we lose Joel Embiid's defense on a series against the Nets and all of those guys are healthy and shooting well, it can get ugly. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about if we don't have Joel Embiid against the Hawks. Sorry, guys, my thoughts aren't like, sometimes I write down what I'm going to say, like points. But right now, I just got this Joel news. I'm not really organized with my thoughts, but I want to get in. I'm going to get into Ben Simmons later. I'm going to get into Shake Milton later. But right now, I'm talking about Joel Embiid and my nerves for Joel Embiid in the second round, not playing in the second round, because so many people on Twitter, Sixers Twitter, our fans at that, are counting out the Sixers. Once they found out Joel Embiid is day-to-day, they said, pack it up, buddy. Our time is done. Like, these Sixers fans really think our season is over now that Joel Embiid is day-to-day. Some doctors were saying, like some of the reporters, the insiders were saying that thing to watch out for with Joel Embiid's knee is the swelling and aching that could come even after it's fully healed. Well, that means it wasn't fully healed, but he's going to be day to day because some days he's have swelling, some days the knee could be just sore for the day. So I'm worried about, we need Joel Embiid 100%. We need Joel, okay, come on, Joel Embiid is the GOAT. We only need 85% healthy Joel Embiid. But if Joel Embiid is not playing at 100%, if he's not playing at 85% in the series against the Hawks, guys, I'm scared because the Hawks have a lot of depth. And we saw with Joel Embiid gone, Lynn was killing us with that hook shot. We couldn't do anything with him once Joel Embiid left the game. Brook Lopez, Gafford, all of those guys were eating in that space that was left open from Joel Embiid. I don't know why nobody could step up to defend them. I don't know why those shots weren't contested. I just feel like once we go up against the Atlanta Hawks, if we don't have Joel Embiid against the Atlanta Hawks, Obviously, they have John Collins, they have Clint Capella. Clint Capella's been playing out of his mind. John Collins has been playing extremely great too. Ready to get the max. Obviously, if we have Joel Embiid and Dwight Howard, Joel Embiid and Dwight Howard coming off the bench, Clint Capella and John Collins ain't G. You know what I'm saying? They ain't G. But if it's Dwight Howard, Mike Scott, and experimenting with Ben at the 5 after seeing the way Lopez, Lynn, and Gafford cooked him last game, I don't know how they cooked Ben, but they cooked Ben. Then Clint Capella and John Collins gonna eat us alive. We need Joel Embiid for that Hawks series. We need him for that Hawks series. Can't just be Ben Simmons on the perimeter defense. And now that I'm talking about Ben Simmons, let's talk a little bit about Ben Simmons. And I know a lot of you guys on my channel don't like Ben Simmons. Some of you guys love Ben Simmons. Obviously, they started the hack of Ben. Ben obviously can't shoot free throws. He went 5 of 11 from the line. They use that as their strategy to, maintain the lead, not even giving us a chance to try to make a comeback at the end because they knew Ben Simmons hasn't obviously been working on his free throws in 5 years. Is that going to be a concern going down the road? Yes, especially if we don't have Joel Embiid. Hack of Ben could really kill us. Imagine trying to come back from a lead against the Nets or a lead against the freaking Hawks. A Hawks team that got several sprayers in Trae Young. Freaking Kevin Huerter can spray it. Gallinari, a guy that can fill it up when he get hot. Freaking even Bogdanovich. John Collins can fill it up too. Imagine trying to regain that lead. You got Clint Capella down low, not letting us get a single board. And Ben Simmons won't knock down his free throws. Now, some of you guys were pissed with Doc Rivers because Doc Rivers in his press conference basically said, what I'm supposed to do, take him out? Great point. You know what I'm saying? Because once we traded Tony Bradley, obviously George Hill is amazing for us in that position, but we didn't readdress the 5. Because now we got Mike Scott and we got to experiment with Ben at the 5. Some people are saying we experiment with Ben at the 5. Losing Tony Bradley was a blow, especially going into the playoffs. Because Ben Simmons, as of lately, he's never been consistent in the playoffs. Last season when he was hurt, and before then he was never consistent in the playoffs. They're going to force Ben to shoot. Joel Embiid, Ben only attempted 5 field goals. Field goals. Not even just 3-pointers, field goals. He only attempted 5 field goals. There's some football teams that's attempted more field goals than Ben Simmons did. Only 5 field goals. Joel Embiid had more attempts than Ben Simmons did, and Joel Embiid only played the first quarter. And he attempted more shots than Ben Simmons in the whole game. Now, mind you, Ben Simmons was in foul trouble. But come on, bruh. This been a consistent narrative with your ass. And like I said, I love Ben Simmons. You can't deny what Ben Simmons does on defense. You can't deny what he does as a playmaker. But when it's crunch time, when it's clutch time, and Joel Embiid can't be in the game, Ben Simmons, you have to be the best player on the court. Matisse Thybulle attempted more shots than Ben Simmons. And he's coming off the bench. And we don't even want Matisse Thybulle shooting. Shout out Matisse Thybulle though, because he's been playing extremely great. Matisse Thybulle and Tyrese Maxey. Lastly, Shake Milton's got to step it up. Shake Milton looks like a freaking... He's not a good decision maker at all. He doesn't make good passes. He doesn't even want to pass, period. He acts like he's playing 1-on-5. Shake Milton, you realize you got teammates. If it's no shot for you, stop dribbling around and find an open man. Set somebody up, Shake, for you shaking yourself out of Philly at the end of this season. Because Shake been looking real funny in the light. But that's just my sense. Some of y'all been eating up Tobias Harris because he had a busted game last game. I'm not even mad at Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris had that 40-some point burger. Everybody's going to have a bad game here and here. Okay, not here and there. Everybody's going to have a bad game. Tobias, you had your bad game. You can't have another one now. I'm not putting any blame on you, but you had your bad game. I'm not going to throw shade, but you can't have another one. It's the playoffs, baby. We about to come out the first round. The Wizards are supposed to be easy. Now we're starting to get into some real competition. You know what I'm saying? So Tobias, you still good with me, but that's your only bad game. Ben, you had your bad game. Okay, now I cut Tobias slack. I'm going to cut Ben slack. Ben, you had your bad game. But, guys, big prayers ups to Joel Embiid, because we all know we're going to need. It's looking like the Hawks are up. It's looking like the Hawks are going to be a lot depending on when you guys watch this video. And if, you know, everything right with the world, it's going to be Hawks Sixers round 2. We're going to get into that, baby. That's going to be an exciting matchup. Hopefully we got Joel Embiid. If not, like I said, Clinton John Collins is going to give us hell. If they had Gafford, if you made it this far into the video, they had Gafford having been scared to do whatever. Imagine what John Collins and Clint Capella gonna do. Gafford only got playtime because Embiid wasn't there. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you keep rocking with me. Like I said, we're going to get into some good stuff. Once we get in the second round, we'll get the live streams going. So you already know to be tapped into our live stream with me and Dylan Matthews. Obviously, he's a Hawks fan. Also, we're going to pull up to State Farm Arena for Sixers versus Hawks, God willing, if it's the Sixers versus Hawks matchup. You already know we're going to be bringing you the vlog from there. Also, let me know if you're going to be in Wells Fargo Arena, at Wells Fargo Center. Let me know if you're going to be at the center for any game in the playoffs. Let me know if you're lucky enough to get any playoff tickets down below. You know what I'm saying? Also, make sure you buy me that coffee, turn your notification bell. Keep rocking with me, and I'll talk to you guys next time.